let's introduce the star of the show, Session Manager. It's like a master illusionist, making the need for open ports, SSH keys, and Bastion hosts disappear. With Session Manager, you can securely manage your EC2 instances without all the hassle. It's like having a magician's wand that grants you access-controlled and audited management capabilities. Abracadabra, security made easy. Welcome, from TheCloudsGuru. This is a journey through the world of secure connections and IT hilarity. Today, we'll explore SSH, Bastion Host, Tools Host, and the amazing Session Manager. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a ride filled with laughter and IT wisdom. Let's start with SSH. SSH stands for Secure Shell, a protocol that helps you securely log into remote hosts and execute command line magic. It's like a secret knock that grants you access to the coolest IT clubs. SSH with Bastion Host is the traditional way to establish a secure connection to hosts, which requires opening port 22 to secure a hardened Bastion Host instance. A lot of effort compared to Session Manager. SSH has two scenarios. First scenario is when SSH connect to some network devices and other IT devices over unsecured network, which includes Office network. While second scenario is when SSH establish connection to SSH server, network devices, and other equipment over the internet. That is obvious that internet is unsecured or untrusted. Now, imagine a Bastion host as a bouncer at a high-security club. It's that security-hardened instance standing tall, ensuring only the VIPs or very important packets get inside. But don't worry, it's not a martial arts master. It just facilitates secure connections to servers and network equipment. Think of it as the Chuck Norris of the networking world. Bastion Host has also two scenarios. Scenario is when we use encrypted SSH traffic over untrusted network, can be Office or any local network, to Bastion Host. And second is when we connect to Bastion Host over the internet. Bastion Host is a single point entry where we can establish secure connection to servers and in-network equipment. Next up, we have Tools Host. It's like that reliable friend who always has the right tool for the job. This is a security-hardened instance assists in maintaining your IT environment. Using SSH tunneling to get the job done. It's like having a Swiss Army knife that can magically connect you to Jenkins, Bitbucket, and other developers' tools. It's IT multitasking at its finest. Now, let's introduce the star of the show, Session Manager. It's like a master illusionist, making the need for open ports, SSH keys, and Bastion hosts disappear. With Session Manager, you can securely manage your EC2 instances without all the hassle. It's like having a magician's wand that grants you access-controlled and audited management capabilities. Abracadabra, security made easy. So, what's the difference between SSH and Session Manager? Well, SSH requires open ports, keys, and a trusty Bastion host. It's like carrying a heavy keychain full of secrets and having a gatekeeper who knows all the secret handshakes. Session Manager, on the other hand, works its magic through endpoints, eliminating the need for all those keys and gatekeepers. It's like teleportation for IT admins, less hassle, more time for coffee breaks. Both can connect to the host in public subnet from the internet. In private subnet, SSH cannot connect, but Session Manager can connect by using endpoints. SSH requires open port 22 opposite to Session Manager in Instance Security Group. SSH key and Bastion host are both required in SSH but not being required in Session Manager. Now, let's not forget the SSH handshake, the secret dance of encryption and authentication that makes secure connections possible. It's like a secret language between two parties, negotiating protocols, exchanging keys, and deriving secrets. It's cryptography doing the tango, ensuring your data stays safe and sound. The SSH handshake involves the following steps. First step, client sends a connection request to the server. Second, server responds with its identification, including its public key. Next, client verifies the server's identity by checking its known host's file or prompting the user for confirmation. Then, client generates a random session key and encrypts it using the server's public key. Fifth, client sends the encrypted session key to the server. Sixth, server decrypts the session key using its private key. 7th, client and server now share a secret session key for encrypting subsequent data. Then, client and server exchange encryption and compression algorithms for the session. Lastly, encrypted communication can now begin using the shared session key and agreed upon encryption algorithms. Also, SSH session termination typically follows these steps. Either the client or the server initiates the session termination by sending a termination request or by simply closing the connection. Upon receiving the termination request or detecting the connection closure, the other party acknowledges the termination and stops sending further data. The parties exchange any remaining data or pending acknowledgements to ensure that all information is properly transmitted and received. Once all pending data has been transmitted and acknowledged, both the client and server close the connection on their respective ends. The SSH session is now terminated, and the client and server release any resources associated with the session. And finally, packet capture, where we observe the life cycle of an SSH session. It's like watching a spy movie, but with packets instead of secret agents. We witness the thrilling handshake, the exchange of data, and the graceful termination of the connection. It's like a captivating IT soap opera, filled with drama and closure. Packet capture represents an SSH session between my home computer as a source and an AWS EC2 instance in the public subnet, including 3 steps. SSH Handshake to establish a secure connection before exchanging any data. It ensures the integrity, confidentiality, and authenticity of the communication. Exchange data. The SSH session termination allows the client and server to gracefully end their communication, freeing up system resources and ensuring a clean closure of the secure channel. In summary, we've journeyed through SSH or Secure Shell Protocol. Bastion Host acts as a single entry point for secure connections, while Tools Host is used for maintenance tasks through SSH tunneling. Session Manager, which provides a secure, access-controlled, and audited way to manage Windows and Linux EC2 instances. We also compared SSH and Session Manager, highlighting their differences in connecting to hosts in public and private subnets. We also touched on the SSL handshake process, which establishes a secure connection, and packet capture, which demonstrates the SSH session's lifecycle, including the handshake, data exchange, and termination. And there you go. It has been another journey in learning with us. Thank you so much for joining me, and I had a great time in this video. Looking forward to having you in the next to come. And I hope this has been very informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell for you stay updated on my next video. See you next time, gurus.